You're going to learn about the vowels. Let's see what this is. This is vowels. Look at this, the red ones here. These are the Italian or Latin or Italian or Roman or Spanish or Latin. Italian. These are the vowels.
Romance.
There's only 5 vowels here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In English, there are all these vowels here. This is English vowels. You go on, and then the most common vowel sound of all, this symbol here, the most common sound in spoken English. Let's see another one here. It's called the schwa. The most unsung vowel in the spoken language. However, the most frequently occurring one, the It's the of the hesitation pause. Maybe I'm talking up here, and my hesitation pause will be there. Wherever you're talking, your hesitation pause will be at a certain level of energy. And I actually saw that a long time ago as being something like a supertonic. Anyway, getting back to this basic shape, the 3 exterior angles, A, U, E. These share a characteristic of being high vowels. And this is an open vowel, a low vowel. E, U, A. That's the Helvig vowel triangle. E, U, A. And then he came up with some other observations about the pitches of vowels, and it's a little more complicated because it has to do with something called formants. And what gives vowels their characteristic shape are the formants and the strength of those formants. And they're not overtones. They're things that are going on in the sound of the what you hear. They're not overtones though. And formants, it's very complicated. You can look it up, formants, and you'll see it's no slim pickings. This is A, E, U, E, U, E, A. The vowel, the Helvig triangle, they're the extremes of vowels in the mouth, from high front E to high back U to low A. And here, if you relax the a lot, you get to the relaxing your jaw. Although you can say these as a ventriloquist does and go e, u, ah. However, the vowels here, I'm putting to this one and this one and this one, and on this side, this one, and this one. So it's every third one. Look at 1, 2, this one, skip, this one, skip, this one, skip, this one, skip, this one. And those are the Latin or the Romance or the Spanish or Italian vowels. E, E, A, O, U. These other ones here, I, E, they're not there, nor are A and U. Again, the Latin vowels, E, E, O, U. And those are for singing Italian and Spanish. And where are we at now? We're at the I, E, are the vowels that are between E and A. How's that? That's not too clever. But it is something. There is this strange kind of symmetry that you have between the back vowels and the front vowels. And we'll go over this a whole lot in different ways. For example, E, I, O, O, U, Ah. That last one, when I went aw, it's not, that is more like this. I want ah, oo, ah, e. And there are different things that can be said about these vowels, particularly, so let's say, these are, the Romance language vowels are considered the stressed vowels or the strong vowels, or somehow they have a more exertive way when you speak them. And these are the E, the E, the A, the O, and the U. And so consequently, this one is an unstressed, and this is unstressed, and this is unstressed, and this is unstressed. And then the most unstressed of all is the neutral the schwa. Let's see where we go from here. Again, this is called an open O. I didn't say it before, but this is a digraph because it's two letters together, and it's called an ash. Ash. There's other explanations and interesting etymologies of these other sounds, but it escapes me right now. These are International Phonetic Alphabet characters, and it's called IPA. It's a very well-known thing about people who deal with language all the time. IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. And here's open A, O. This is the upside-down E. That's the schwa. Now, I wanted to say, oh, I've got an extra arrow here, don't I? I wanted to say that these are single sound vowels. Single sound meaning if you hit the vowel, you can hold it on the same note in music. E, E, E. However, some, vowels, they change, and so it starts on one vowel and ends on another vowel. So the most common ones are those rising front vowels. It starts down here and goes up higher. And also in the same, there's rising back vowels. And so this is A, as in you're going to pay somebody, pay, and as in what you eat, a pie, I. It could go I. It could go up or down, rising or lowering intonation. Look at the pie as I. And this is pay as may, A. It's the mid front vowel, E, going to the high front vowel, E. A, hey. Now, okay, and going to the back too, I, all the way up, ow, ow. Let me see here. O, oh yeah, you can have O as an oak tree, O, and you can have out as an out, and this is O as an oak, awk, aw. Can't get one out of here too well. Anyway, there's some other ones here with playing around, but the most important ones to remember are there are two rising front ones, A and I, and there are two rising back ones, I, what am I talking about? O, oo, O, and ow. O, I owe you money, and take it out. So those are the rising front and the back diphthongs. There are there's another important thing about the vowels that I'll just mention in passing. We'll come to it, and it's R coloring. So if you say a word like there, exactly what that vowel is, I mean, it's something like there, but there's the anticipation of rounding your lips when you say it. And so the R colors the vowels, colors the vowel, air. It colors the vowels. So there's a couple of these vowels here that they're a little bit different to pronounce because they're R coloring. As long as I'm getting a little bit technical, there's something to see in the future. It's an interesting thing about, it seems that this is a diphthong. EU, EU, as in the pronoun EU. There's the other pronoun, we, two pronouns, you and we, and this is another pronoun, I. It's pretty interesting. It's how the common things that we use in language, they seek the most easily path to be formed into spoken things to say. Here's E, U, ah, and I'm talking about, what it is this. I know I read in books a couple of centuries old that this was just regarded as another diphthong. So the same thing like I to E, well, same thing like E to U. But it's not, there's something different going on here. And from EU and to UI, those are also called glides or semivowels. And so when you're told in little school that A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, well, the sometimes Y, for example, is here. It's the difference if this sound is the first sound in yellow, E, yellow, or in the fish kind of thing called an eel, eel. Those are two different things going on. If you say this is an eel that swims, you notice I say A-N, N, eel, an eel, and we put them in there just automatically the way we speak, and we know an eel, but you say yellow. You don't say N, yellow. So that's a interesting thing there. It's really curious. A yellow, an eel. It's the E sound. So that's the case with that. So there's this E to U and U to E, and those are semivowels or glides. What else can we talk about here? Well, here's another thing. This is a thing about all these vowels. When you say any one of these vowels, and you begin an utterance with any one of these vowels, which is another way of saying starting to say something, and you start with a vowel, it will always begin with a glottal stop. A glottal stop is the click in the back of your throat that happens when you do lots of things. It happens all the time when you're speaking. You speak with glottal stops all over the place. So, for example, when I say E, what's happening there is there's my vocal cords close up and then they open, and E comes out. And when they close up and then they open, when they're closed, they're stopping the air. And that's why it's called a stop. So actually you're starting a sound with the stop. That's what it comes out to. Because the stop is when your vocal cords are closed. So you can have a sound and it can end on a stop. Stop. There, it ended on a stop. Or it can start on a stop. As in pie.